Hello learners, I Dr. Niradhar, faculty member, School of Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University, welcome you all to this video program. And friends, this program is the last video program of your online course, that is Understanding Disciplines and Subjects. And today in the last session, we are going to discuss one of the very pertinent, one of the very important topic, that is factors determining learners' choices of streams and subjects. So friends, being a student, being a teacher, you might have observed that many a time in different media, it may be newspaper, it may be in TV, it may be in electronics media, it may be in internet, it may be in your WhatsApp, it may be in your mail. You might be getting that after publication of 10th result or 12th result, or after publication of results of different competitive examinations. Okay, it may be NEET or any other competitive examination. You will find that many students, many aspirants who are aspiring to get a good mark, a good rank, if they fail to get it, they commit suicide, or such type of many stories, many case studies you might have gone through from different media, that as per the need, as per the interest, the learners, they have not got an opportunity at a particular stage for pursuing their study, means the subject and the stream that they really like, they didn't get an opportunity to study that stream or to continue their study in their willingness of subject, in their interest subject, because of many factors. Okay. So friends, today we are going to discuss that what are the factors that determine learners' choices of streams and subjects. So being a student of education and being a teacher educator, teacher trainees, you are supposed to know all such things, because you are the person, you have to deal the students, okay, at the higher secondary stage or at the secondary stage. So you have to deal the students, and you have to make a type of adjustment about their mental adjustment. Okay, so that's why this is, I consider this is one of the very important concept that has been included in your online course. Okay, so let us try to understand that what are the different factors that determine learner choices of streams and subjects. And before that, let me to say that we are in the 8th week of your online course, Understanding Disciplines and Subjects, and we are also presently in the 8th module, that is making subject choices. Okay. And apart from the e-content, the PDF format of the material that you have received, material also you have received in learning hand, At the same time, we have also developed video programs. 2 video programs have been developed. One is streams and subject choices for the learners. You have already gone through this video program. And the second video program, or the last video program, that is factors determining learners' choices of streams and subjects, that presently we are going to discuss. Friends, after going through this video program, at the same time the e-content, you will be able to critically analyze the factors, namely learners and school, discipline and subjects, employability and career, familial factor, society and culture, and education policies developed from time to time, which determine learner choices of streams and subjects. So try to understand. I have just quoted here, I have just mentioned few factors which are really contributes for determining the choices of streams and subjects for the learners. One is learners and school is the first factor, then discipline and subject is second factor, employability and career. So what you will be doing, that you will be able to critically analyze of all these factors, that how these factors are contributing for the choices of streams and subjects for the learners. And the second learning outcomes, that after going through this video program, you will be able to sensitize your students to select appropriate streams and subjects at the right time during school education. Okay. How you will practice it at the school time, that how a type of sensitization you will be able to develop among the students for selecting appropriate streams and subject, that what stream, what subject they are supposed to select. So, friends, I am hopeful that these two learning outcomes, you will be achieving these two learning outcomes after going through these video programs. So, again I have just mentioned in this slide that what are the major factors. Okay, so that is factors determining choices of streams and subjects. Here you see learner is one factor, school is the second factor, discipline and subject is the third factor, employability and career is the fourth factor, then familial, that is related to family of the child, is the fourth factor, then social and cultural aspect is also another factor, that is the sixth factor, and the seventh factor, that is called as educational policy. In our earlier video program, just to recapitulate, we are just discussing about the curricular and pedagogical system of school education. Just like as per NEP 2020, you can say that that is 5 plus 3 plus 4 system of school education, and further the present practices, that is 10 years of school education, that is elementary education of 8 years, then secondary education of 2 years, then further 2 years of senior secondary education, and apart from this 2 years of pre-primary education. So, many a time you will find that these education system, these practices or the policy recommendations, may be NEP 2020 or National Policy on Education 1986, you will find that many a time the policies which have been implemented in the country. Okay, so that also contribute as one of the factor, that also acts as one of the factor for determining choices of streams and subjects. So, now let us try to understand one by one that how these factors contribute for the choices of streams and subjects for the students. So, first factor, that is called as the learners related factor. Okay, so how learners are the factors for the choices of streams and subjects. You will find that learners should select their subject as per their aptitude. Okay, what aptitude they are having. Okay, and they should also select subject as per their creativity. Okay, so their creativity is in what area, is in what aspect, is in what subject, is in what stream. Okay, and further their interest, whether they have interest towards the stream and subjects or not, and their intelligence, whether they have the intelligence to understand the content, to understand the philosophy, to understand the concept which is being addressed in a particular stream or different subjects in a particular stream, and further the attitude and ability of the children, of the students, whether they have a positive attitude towards that stream or subjects or not, and whether they have the ability to understand the content, to understand the subject, particular subject discourses, that subject the learners have opted. So, that is also another important factor, and further you can say clarity about the career goal. Okay, so whether the learner are getting a type of scope, whether they are getting a types of space that after completion of that stream and subject, whether they are getting any opportunity, career opportunity or not. So, that is why friend, when the learners select a subject, so these are the certain learners related factors that contribute. Okay, this is the aptitude of the learners, creativity of the learners, interest of the learners, intelligence of the learners, and other mental abilities, mental attributes you can say. Then further attitude and ability of the learners, at the same time clarity about career goal. Many a time you will find that wrongly students you will find that they select a different discipline or a different stream At the same time, different subjects also within that stream, okay, they select a wrong group, okay, because of a certain force or because of influence by others. But you will find that after completion of their education, after they are not really interested, or they are not doing well in that stream or in that subject. So, that is why it is also one of the important aspect that learner related factor, learners should be taken into consideration. Okay, the aptitude of the learners, creativity, interest, intelligence, attitude, ability, okay, career goal of the learners before selecting a stream or subjects within that stream. Then friends, let us try to understand that the second factor. So, here the second factor that has been included, that is school. Okay, here school can also act as one of the factors. So, that is school related factor. First of all, you will find that availability of streams in a school, particularly at the senior secondary stage, at the higher secondary stage, or at the +2 stage. You will find that many places all the three streams are not available. Okay. Many places you will find that the vocational stream is also not available. So, what the students do? So, by compulsion they study general education. Okay. So, many a time you will find that the student is interested in science discipline, in science stream or in commerce stream, but you will find that the school is having only one stream, that is arts and humanities. Okay. So, that is why availability of streams in the school is one of the factor. Many a time you will find that parents, they do not want to send their children to far from to far from distance for pursuing their studies as per the choice of stream of their children. Okay. Because the students or the children are at the stage of 11th and 12th. So, that is why they try to get an institute, or they engage their children for higher secondary studies in the nearby schools. So, that is why friend, availability of streams in the school is also one of the factor for the choices of streams and subjects by the students. And further availability, not only the stream, availability of subjects also. Okay. If stream is available, you will find yes, science stream is available, but only few subjects are available. So, arts and humanities stream is available, but you will find that only few subject is available. Let the student is interested to study sociology, okay, to pursue education as a discipline, to pursue anthropology, to pursue political science. You will find that to pursue statistics, you will find that that subject is not being studied in that school. So, that is why availability of subject and stream are the factors that determines for selection of for choices of streams and subjects for the students. Then availability of teachers, many a time you will find that streams is there, subjects are also there, but teachers are not there in the school. So, who will teach the students, who will deal that discipline, who will deal that subject. So, that is also another important aspect that contributes for the for selection of subjects and streams for the students. And further we can say another factor, that is availability of resources. Many a time you will find that the school is not having adequate resources. If I will give the example, of science discipline, you will find that for running a science discipline or running a science stream in a school, you will find that many resources is required. First of all, library, good library should be there, good learning materials should be available, encyclopedia should be available. At the same time, well equipped labs should be available, then teachers should be available, well competent teachers should be available. Okay. And every day you will find, so far as science discipline is concerned, after the theoretical class, the students rush to library. It may be chemistry library, it may be science physics library, it may be botany or zoology library. Okay. So, you will find that the students every day they do certain practical activities. Okay. So, if lab is not available or lab is not properly managed also, then this is also another important factor for that determines for the selection of for the choices of streams and subjects by the students. So, here availability of streams in a school, availability of different subjects in a particular stream in a school, then availability of competent teachers, qualified teachers, then further availability of different material as well as human resources is also also important aspects, important factors that determine the choices of streams and subjects for the learners. Let us go forward to discuss about other factors. So, here let me to focus upon discipline and subject related factors. So, friends, many a time you will find that the particular discipline, the discipline itself or the subject itself is also become one of the factor. Okay. You will find that I have already discussed in my earlier video programs, and you have studied from your e-content also, that every discipline is having a philosophical perspective, a type of intellectual perspective, a type of socio-political perspective. Okay. Every discipline is having a broad knowledge base. Okay. So, that is why, and every discipline is having a type of pedagogical practices also, a type of epistemological and pedagogical base also, that how what methods and techniques should be used for transact that discipline. Okay. So, that is why, friends, when I talk about discipline and subject related factors, this is very much clear that knowledge base of every discipline is different. So, that is why many a time you will find that the particular knowledge base of a subject and a knowledge base of a discipline, that also attract the learners, that also attract the students for pursuing their study in that discipline, for pursuing their study in that subject, and further content coverage in a subject. So, many a time you will find that the nature of content that has been addressed, it may be in a type of case study, it may be in a type of discussion, may be in type of field visit, which is you can say included in a subject. So, you will find that the nature of subject, the nature of content coverage in a subject, that also attract the learners, that also attract the students. And further entry qualification is also another important aspect. Many a time you will find that the entry qualification of different higher studies in science. So, unless you studied science at the earlier class, then it might be difficult for you to pursue science education at the higher classes. So, that is why entry qualification of different subject is also different, in different discipline is also different. Then individual inclination towards discipline or subject, you will find that whether you have particular inclination towards that knowledge base, towards that discipline or not. Then epistemology and pedagogy is also another important aspect. I have already said that the nature of knowledge of every discipline is different, and pedagogy, teaching learning process, and the knowledge discourses, or you can say how to transact curriculum, how to transact that subject by using different techniques, strategies and methods are also different. So, that also contributes for selection of subjects by the students, and these factors are related with the discipline and subjects. Then for the domain of knowledge, we can say that cognitive domain, affective domain, as well as the psychomotor domain of knowledge. I have discussed in my earlier video program. Being a student of education, you might be understanding the cognitive domain. That means the knowledge, understanding, application, analysis and skill on a particular subject, on a particular discipline by the students, and further your attitude, your feeling, okay, your spirit of doing things. So, that is also, that is called as the affective domain, that how willingly we are doing the things, how a positive attitude we have developed for understanding that subject. Okay. And further psychomotor domain, which is related with the motor development of skills. Okay. So, here what motor skills, what competencies, which is included in that subject that the learners they are supposed to acquire. So, that is why these three domains of knowledge is also another important aspect that contributes for the selection of subjects by the students. And further, now we can discuss about employability and career related factors. So, many a time you will find that learners they look forward that after completion of this subject, of this stream, of this discipline, that what opportunity, what career opportunity they will get, whether they will get a job or not, whether they will self-sufficient or not. So, that is why this is also another important aspect, whether they will get any scope for further studies or not, any opportunity for further study or not, okay, and whether they will get a job or not, that is job opportunities there or not. Then skill and competencies, what type of skill and competencies they will get, so that they can be self-sufficient, okay. They can start a work of their own, they can do a type of business, okay. So, that is also opportunity for self-sufficient, whether that ability with that stream and these subjects are there or not. So, friends, these are the certain aspects that also equally contribute for the selection of streams and subjects by the students, okay. So, because you will find that so far as the professional programs are concerned, students are easily pursue that course, just like you can take the example of different teacher education program, you can take the example of medical, you can take the example of engineering. At the same time, nowadays you will find that in vocational education stream, many vocations that have been started. So, that is why even if you will find that the graduated skills and competencies learning outcomes that are now included even in the general education, maybe in the subject of history, maybe in the subject of political science, education, social science, different social science subjects, that every subject provides certain skills and competencies to the learners for continuing their further education and to get an entry in a different job field, in different world of work. So, this is also another important aspect that contributes for the selection of streams and subjects for the learners. And further, now we will discuss one of the very important factor, that is called as the familial factor, means this factor is related with the family. Many a time you might have observed that this is because of the pressure of the family, students they select a particular discipline, a particular stream. Many a time you will find that because the profession of the parents, that if the parents are a doctor, an engineer or a bank officer, you will find that they fit their children for that profession, they motivate them, okay. And without knowing whether their children are having that ability or not, that aptitude or not, that creativity or not, they have, whether the children are having interest in that subject, in that stream or not, forcefully they motivate their child that for pursuing that course. And many a time you will find that because of this, many mishappenings that happens in the society. It may be a type of suicidal activity after a particular stage of education, and many a time frustrations, tensions and frustrations, you will find that that comes and that affect the learners, okay. So, that is why friend, family related factor is also one of the very important factor. So, here aspirations of the family members, that family members, the aspirations of family members are high. Many a time you will find that this is the family stereotype, that most of the parents, they want that their child become a doctor, become an engineer, a bank officer or a management guru or such type of things. You will find that it is not many a time possible. So, they should understand about the ability, about the aptitude, about the creativity, interest and willingness of their children, then accordingly there should be provided that opportunity, okay. And further, forced by the parents, many a time you will find that parents are simply forcing their child to do or to pursue, to study the particular discipline, particular stream or particular subject. Then socio-economic background of the family, many a time you will find that socio-economic background of the family is also equally contributes, okay. A low economic family child, many a time though the child is having adequate aptitude or you can say level of intelligence for pursuing a particular stream, and because of the socio-economic background they are not getting opportunity, okay. They are not allowed to study, allowed to go other institutions, and at the same time for spending lot of money also, okay. So, that is also another important aspect. Then family stereotypes towards a discipline and subject is also another important aspect. Many a time you must have heard that family members are saying that science subject is superior than arts and humanities. Okay. So, these are the family stereotype, family perception. So, being a student of education, being a teacher of education, being a teacher educator, it is your responsibility to break down, to change of such attitude, such perception of the family members. And further, social and cultural factors are also equally contribute for the choices of streams and subjects. Just like your perception of the society, just like perception of the family, you will find that social perception is also there. Society member, you might have heard that many a time the community members and society members, they are saying that yes, science is a better discipline, engineering is a better discipline, medical education is comparatively better with other education, and they consider those group of students who are pursuing medical and engineering education as the best. At the same time, they simply neglect, or their perception is something different, something indifferent, who are studying other discipline. So, such type of societal stereotype, social preferences, social discrimination towards boys and girls should that also contributes. Many a time you will find that this is the family discrimination, at the same time social discrimination, that boys will study these subjects, girls will study these subjects. Now a time you will find that rapidly changes are happening. You will find that many huge thousands of girl students, they are coming forward for pursuing engineering and other branches of knowledge. Earlier you might have observed that the percentage of girl students, especially in engineering and technology, were less, but nowadays you will find that it is equal, boys and girls it is equal, and many a time you will find that the number of girls are more than the boys. So, social discrimination, social stereotypes, social preferences and perception of society and family is there. Still then many changes are happening. This is the beauty of our society. And further, social perception towards differently abled. Okay. So, the abilities of the differently abled child, many a time you will find that differently abled child, they are deprived to get certain opportunity for pursuing their higher education, for pursuing a particular stream and subject. So, these are the certain issues, certain factors which is related with social and cultural issues or cultural practices. Okay. So, that determines for the choices of streams and subjects for the learners. And the last factor that we will discuss, that is policy related factor. Many a time you will find that because of the policy related factor, what we are doing, we are just making grouping of different subjects in a particular stream. Let in science stream 3 groupings of subjects are there. I have already discussed in my earlier video program that how 3 subjects grouping are there in science, commerce and in arts and humanities also. So, many a time you will find that they have to select one group and all the subjects in that group they have to study. Okay. So, many a time you will find that it is difficult for them or they deprived to select a subject from other group. Okay. So, this is one of the problems. So, that is why friend, policy related factor, that is education system of the country at different times. It may be national education policy or national policy and education 1968, 1986 and further which is going to be implemented NEP 2020. You will find that education system is there, and our education process, our school education depends upon that curricular structure, that curricular system, and further recommendations of different commissions, then grouping of subjects in different heads and subheads, and further limited scope for elective and other subjects. So, many a time you will find that yes, stream is there, but choices of subjects are not there, only few parent subjects are there, 3-4 subjects are there, and all learners are studying those subjects. Okay. According to their interest, they are not getting a subject. You will find that let the students, they want to study geology. So, they are, because that subject is not in the institute, they are not getting opportunity. Let a student is interested to study statistics, but statistics is not there. If statistics is not there in the institute, they are deprived to study that discipline. So, friends, many a time you will find that the system related, the policy related factors that also equally contribute for the selection of or for the choices of streams and subjects for the students. So, friends, in this program we discuss about different factors that determines for the selection or for the choices of streams and subjects. We discuss about student related factor, that is learner related factor, then school related factor, society related factor, family related factor, discipline and subject related factor, policy related factor. Okay. And I think now it is clear to you that how can you deal, how can you develop certain adjustment among the students, that how you can motivate, how you can provide right guidance to the students, especially at the secondary stage or at the early during the higher secondary stage, that what subject, what stream they are supposed to study. And for further queries you can write to me, you can visit my Facebook account, my YouTube channel, at the same time my Twitter handles. And this is the last video program of your online course, Understanding Disciplines and Subjects. Thank you.